Welcome, this is Isaac from Blue Bag of Borelli, my place to talk about all things about my beloved Carlton, win, lose or draw, and other AFL matters. Now, we got out of jail. As the great film says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And I'll tell you what, it is so true following this club. And tonight, we got the full rehearsal of being a Carlton supporter. It's been 25 years that I've been a member, and I've spent a lot of petrol this week in here and in my heart. Going through scenarios, going through situations, pretty much going through what the fallout would be if we had lost. How would it be if we had lost tonight? It was a game that I would not have been able to deal with tomorrow morning. And especially after the start that we had, we were on fire. We jumped out of the blocks. Sardi kicked the first goal against his old club within the first minute. And then we went on a spree, a goal-kicking spree, including 2 from my boy, Triple C. Chera was fantastic tonight. Motlop had his best game probably ever.
Surges forward. He's got a choice of whatever he wants. Motlop's marked it. Unbelievably. Massive kick. They've controlled the last 5 or 10 minutes, the Blues. Now a bit of reward on the scoreboard for them. Motlop trots in. Good kick. Yes. Solid.
But really should have kicked that goal in the last quarter. He takes the mark, and the crowd and the camera points to Favola. A shout out to Fev. Fev, I know you love Carlton. I know you do. Fev, I forgive you. Favola, I forgive you. Now, we've had some hairy moments against this club. It's a long, rich history. The hurt is real. The hatred is real. Since 1993, the team I hate the most. Head to head, Carlton, 128 wins. Essendon, or I call them the drug cheats, 119 wins. 6 draws. I'll tell you what, if we had coughed this game up in the last quarter, I would have gone stir mad, stir crazy. But relief. Goddamn Dracula black relief. Now, Curnow. I love you, Curnow. I don't believe, and I've said this to Frankie Dukes, a shout out to him, and to David K. Petch, a shout out to him as well. I said it. I don't believe he 100% puts full price value when it's his turn to take a shot for goal. In the third quarter, he should have nailed that third goal. Anyway, I'm so glad that we were able to get out of jail. Were we the better side? Well, it was a game of yo-yo and zigzag. I agree with David K. Petch. Now, Petchy has quoted on his channel, cats and dogs, black and white, good, bad, ugly, north and south. We're all 4 seasons in a day being a Carlton member. I'm going to enjoy tonight because anytime we win is good, but when it's against Essendon, and don't even ask me about finals. I'm not here to talk about finals. I'm not here to talk about our aspirations for the year. We're our own worst enemies. When we play the game on our terms, win the contested ball, our pressure rating is up past 200. We play that uncontested mark game, we look great. And when we lower our eyes and take inside 50 marks and have shots for goal and convert with our efficiency, we look great. Which, if you go and look at the replay of the whole first quarter, you'll see a clinic. Zach Williams, I thought he was Greg Williams for a quarter. Set 2 up and kicked one himself. But In the second quarter, it was an arm wrestle. Essendon won the quarter by 1 goal, and in the third quarter, it was a horror show. All the hate, hurt, and memories started to come back. The contemplation, the fallout of the loss was right at the forefront. Now, at three-quarter time, Mr. David K. Pecci and Mr. Frank Dukes both said that we would win the game. David Petch quoted, if we kick the first goal in the last, we've won the game. Well, I'll tell you what, even after we kicked the first two, which I thought would be enough, it nearly wasn't enough.
Holland's long, loopy handball. Akers going to drive this in from 50 metres out near the boundary line. He's kicked an unbelievable goal.
We can be our own worst enemies. Essendon had a lot of players out. Now ask me why they've won 6 games this year. Ask me why St Kilda have won 5 games this year. And we've only won 4. Now this was our 5th win. Okay, we have a better percentage than them. We're coming from a long way back. Relief to bank the 4 valuable points. That's only our 7th win in 21 games if you go back half of last year. So, I don't know what's happened to Mackay. I'm hearing rumours that he may not be playing next week. He complained about general knee soreness. Now, it was great to see Zach Williams back. It was great to see Chincotta back for his first game of the year. We were a little bit more mobile across the ground. We weren't as top-heavy tall, but I would prefer to have Mackay back in our side. Now, the debutant, what was his name? Who remembers the... O'Keefe, that's right. They call him Skull O'Keefe. Was solid, was handy, was okay. He contributed, he was okay. Would have been nice if he finished off his work, but he was okay. He wasn't disgraced. Now, whether that gets him a gig next week, I don't know. Our next 2 games, we play our 2 bunnies, West Coast and Kangaroos. If we're fair dinkum, we will get our 2 wins in the next 2 games, which will set us up for the blockbuster match here at Adelaide Oval against Mr. Christmas's Port Power. But just for tonight, I'm going to enjoy this win. It's even more special when it's against Essendon. Win, lose or draw, I love my club. Leave your comments down below. Like, share and subscribe. Who did you think was best on ground for Carlton tonight? Was it Chera? Was it Jack Silvani? Was it Motlop? I will catch you all next week as we prepare for another game against West Coast in WA.
Hi all, David Peck here, where I like to talk about Carlton. Win, lose or draw. I watched the game here at Isaacs. First quarter, mate, Carlton had the game that first quarter, total control. What was it, 40 points almost in that first quarter. Second quarter, third quarter, it was a bit of a arm wrestle through all that. Motlop, you'll see that once in a lifetime. Like a Halley's Comet. That's what his name should be. The Motlop Comet. You'll see him play like that once every 70 games, basically.
That was probably his best game.
And it'll be his last best game at Carlton. I'll be shocked if I see him play like that. Actually, last time, I remember he kicked 4 goals against Port one game.
There you go, he'll kick 5.
5, was it?
He'll kick 5 next game.
Oh, no, hopefully he doesn't play. So, look,
you had a big win last night. We're both on 5 wins. We play each other in 3 weeks' time. Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, hopefully we get a full strength back then. Hopefully we've got Lukosius back. We get Jason Horn-Francis back. No injuries, full strength. That's what we need. We need another smashing like we smashed Carlton by 100 points that year at Adelaide Oval. But you don't really have a good record at Adelaide Oval, do you?
No, we don't. But we did beat you last year, so game on. Game on.
Game on. Mackay, he didn't play, and you won again without Mackay. I think that's at least 2 or 3 times you've won this year without Mackay.
Would you trade him?
Of course I would. Is he worth over $1 million? Of course he's not worth over $1 million. I'll trade him.
Who do you get in instead?
Well, maybe I don't know, Rochelle. Use that money.
Yeah,
put some money out there for
Yeah,
Rochelle.
I would ring Rochelle and blow him out of the water like Silvani has done with De Koning.
Yeah.
I'll blow Rash out of the water.
Yeah.
Here, Rash, 1.3.
Yeah.
And we'll
6 years.
1.3, 10 years.
10 years.
Go and live with your family back at home. You can eat Italian food, be with your cousins.
So celebrate the club that you did when you were younger.
I mean, you grew up following us.
Your heart's with Carlton.
And
So you
that's
get
all
rid
I'm
of
saying.
you get rid of a tall forward for a small forward.
And
that's
The thing
not
is,
going to
Carlton
be good.
don't have any small forwards.
It
That's
doesn't
what they're
matter,
missing
but you
out.
don't get it. Yeah, but you're missing out another tall forward.
Curno's all right. They've got that.
I'll put McGovern forward with him
Oh, there you go.
and blood the young
Well,
kid.
you know what? You could even
Blood
put
the young kid.
You could put Silvani back forward, maybe.
No, Jesus, mate. All Australian. He's playing all Australian style defence. Did you see him tonight? He made Wiedering look crap.
And he has a broken hand. He's playing with a broken hand. He's got that hand like Michael Jackson, all strapped up there. Trade Mackay. Trade Mackay. Get those draft picks. Saves on that salary. Look, the Conning's gone. Do you think Silvani? Do you think St Kilda will make a move for Silvani?
They've already inquired.
Oh,
About
have
it,
they?
of course. So what Carlton has to do is write a love letter to Silvani. Tell me how you feel, Jack. Write it down in a love letter. He just needs to feel loved and wanted and valued.
Yeah.
If they give him a 3 or 4 year deal, right? And you don't have to give him the world.
Yeah.
He won't ask for $1 million bananas. You give him 700k at 4 years, and then I've got another 700k to bring in another player, and we get Jagger Smith back, and we bring in new coaches for next year to support Voss.
How many years he got on that contract?
Well, he's contracted for next year. You don't
Okay.
sack him this year because he's been a bit unlucky. The president flashed himself. Nick Newman and Jagger Smith both done knees.
So they got the new CEO, yeah?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking
Oh.
about. And then we will restart and reboot on our way, hopefully back up the ladder. And Charlie Curnow, I need to have a special conversation with you. You need to put your price on yourself when you play, a heavier price on yourself when you play and have a set shot for goal.
Yeah, why does he play on?
Don't do Bugs Bunny. I'm Triple C, green, go. No, Curnow. And I told you, you got to think about the game a bit more.
And Ed Curnow told him as well, didn't he?
He did.
That he needs to stop playing on. Like, he's a great shot goal. He doesn't have to rush it. It wasn't like there was 10 seconds left on the siren, before the siren. But
So Mitch McGovern could play forward, no problems.
You
Mitch
got any
McGovern
young
could
kids
play
coming
forward.
through?
Yeah,
Tall forwards?
we'll blood Skull O'Keefe.
yeah.
All right. We will see you in 3 weeks' time at
Yeah,
Adelaide
3
Oval
weeks.
with Mr. Camiso and your gang of power friends.
Well, we won't be travelling for the next 3 weeks, so we've got
Lucky
3 weeks.
you.
Yeah, we've got 3 weeks at home.
Gee, maybe you're...
3 games at home.
That means you're not privileged, but blessed.
Yeah.
A blessed club. You really are blessed to make 4 bronze medals in 13 years without a list that has no A-grade spine.
If I want bronze medals, I'll be taking them to the porn dealers.
Mate, give me 4 bronze medals in 13 years. When you've been a struggler like myself in this club,
What do you
you'll
mean?
understand.
You've won 4 wooden spoons.
More than that.
In the last-
More than... Anyway.
5, is it?
I think it's time for us to leave the stage.